All right, so welcome everybody to another exciting day of the Vamp Show. Wow, what a fun day we had today. A little pumpy. I have been telling everybody this is a no trade zone. This is a very bad area to trade right here. And there's a lot of crazy stuff that's going on. Now, I did have a target, and lo and behold, look at that, hit the target, the topside target, perfect. Now, we did have an absolutely amazing video session today for the members. So for all of the members today, we pumped out a lot of really good content. So we had a video that I actually created a video today, and this was a training video. This is pretty much the gist of what we went over the training video. And as you get down here, you can see that, let's see if I can open this thing up. Where is this thing open up fully? Back. All right, so if you get in here, you can see on the bullish side, so what happens is when you get on a green 6, right? When you get on a green 6 right there, so this is a whole video I created on pattern recognition for TD and on the 6 hour and on the daily. And this whole video just goes over how to trade the TD sequential. And this was done at 10 o'clock in the morning, whatever time it is our time. So it was like I did this like 10 o'clock in the morning my time. And I said, hey, this is a green 6. This is a green 6 on a green candle. It was impossible to flip this candle to be a red 6. So it was impossible. The only thing is if this candle flipped, it flipped to be a red 1. You see this right here? You see this? It couldn't flip to be a red 6. It wasn't possible. I said, now how do you trade this? I said, if you want to trade this as a bear, you set up a short trade with a flip trade, right? So you set up a short trade right here. You set your stop loss above this candle, right? And if it breaks down, you're fine. If it breaks up, it turns into a flip trade, right? On the bullish side, which this is 70% of the time with a green candle for a confirmation, then it likes to keep going, right? It keeps going bullish. Okay, and in the video, I describe and I show exactly how this works and how this goes bullish it's actually 70-80% of the time. If you get a green 6, you are expected to get a bullish push. And if you guys get a chance and you go through your charts, right, you guys can see, and there's just all my videos, there's the call, this is the actual video I created. So there's the actual video. It's called 356 TD, the 12 hour and the daily. And this video is just absolute money. And we're just going to kind of show you guys really quick because this is such an important factor here on how to trade. So I'm going to bring this up to 12 hour. Right. Oh, you slow chart. Let's load this. So it's going to pull this over. Give me 1 second. I'm going to load this. There's my trading chart. So here was the actual trading chart. This is the training chart that I used right here, right? So here's the actual training chart that I used to teach the members today. And what you do is if you go over here, this is your 12 hour side, right? The 12 hour, oh, no. There's the 12 hour. Okay, here's your 12 hour side. Here's your, oh, I had these flipped. Of course, you're flipped now. And there's the daily side. Okay, so here's your daily. Here is your 12 hour. Now, if you look in here and you dig into this chart, what we went over today is you see this is a green 6, right? When you get on a green 6, see red 6, red candle, dump. Green 6, green candle, continue. Green 6, green candle, continue. And look, red 6, red candle, dump. And you can trace this all the way back, and this plays out perfect. Look, red 6, red candle, dump, over and over and over. And we called this out exactly in the chat today. So red 6, red candle, dump. Now this would have been a good scalp. Red 6, red candle, dump. And blah, 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 right? Keeps going through, and you can go ahead and green 6, continuation. Red 6. Now, this tried to dump. It didn't. This is why I say this is 80% of chance of the time, percentage of the time that this actually works out perfect. And everybody who follows me knows how I love to play the 6s, right? You guys know I love playing these 6s. Now, with this continuation pattern right here, It loves to go up now. It likes to go to a 9, and I'm telling you guys, this is bullish right here. This is bullish now on this chart right here. This is bullish. So, you know, you could get a couple more days to where this plays out to a 9. So now we've broken a lot of bullish signals here, right? There's our, look, here's our bullish, here's our RSI chart. This says, white line says pull long. We bubbled around on this white line. It finally broke out, right? So this was a good long scalp trade right here. It's a great long setup. So the bubble charts are right. Okay, look, now let's go over. Let's take the bull break. Here you go. Bull break on, look, it just, yeah, it's like, maybe, and then boom, bull break. So once again, the bubble charts are always right. Right? The bubble charts are always right, and the bubble charts are right once again. Look at this. They came up, they parked on that bull break line. You can see this was in the members area. Here's the danger spot. Look at that. This poked up, poked over, but it never broke, right? And then when it does break, this does break bullish here. So this is all these videos, all these things are, you know, these are played over in the members area. So you can sit here and watch these 24/7 over in the members area and watch to see if they break bullish. Okay. So back to our main chart over here. Now, the key is how and when does this thing like to flip, right? Now, this likes to turn on a 5, right? This loves to turn on a 5, either a 3 or a 5, right? So this loves to turn. So if you go back and you play back right here, and you go back in your chart and you do a little bit of research, right? You can see how this thing likes to flip around on 5s, okay? So you can go back and do your own research and find out how this thing likes to flip on either a 3 and or a 5, right? And if it doesn't flip on a 3 or 5, it then becomes, you know, it's pretty bullish, right? So look, 5, 3, 3, 5, 5, 3, 5, 3, turn around. Then it got up to a 9, 3, 5, dropped a little bit, came back up. But this all works out super, super amazing, you know, and just go back, do your own research, and you guys will see how that all works out right there. Now, we did get a pop right here. I had a trade. My trade was in at 767, blah, 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 67.17. Hold on a second. Let me go find my trade here. Let's go find my trade. All right, here's my trade. So there's my trade right there. My trade, I've been parked at 67.19, popped my stop, so I had it closed at 6,900. So this is kind of, it got up here and it popped right at 6,900, right? I had this baby pop at 6,900. I could have poked it to 6,950 was my next level. I don't think it would have got closed out though at 6,950. I just wanted to be able to play this trade so that when I got up here to this peak part right here, I could then go ahead and reassess and figure out what I needed to do next. I'd already made my money on the trade, right? So with that being said, you know, now it's where are we at? What are we doing? What are we looking at here? Right? And kind of like let's just kind of pull it down. We'll just break it down into this chart. I'll use this chart real quick. And there we go. I'm going to use my 12-hour. I like my 12-hour a lot better. Okay, so actually, I lied. Let's pull all this stuff off here. All right. Pull my volume off. And got a little bit of volume, but then the volume died. All right, and actually, we're going to leave the volume on here while we take a look at this, right? Boy, all right, so a couple things I want to go over is I want to go over a couple charts. So here is, let's load up a couple charts that I got here. And just to kind of give you guys an idea of, where's it at? There we go. So this is our chart in our members area. And look what I said right there. And where's that at? Let's go back here. All right. So here you see there's my chart. I said, I like this to go to 69.50 because I felt that the right shoulder wasn't high enough, right? And this was where did I print this? This is probably today sometime. Yesterday. So this is yesterday at 10 o'clock, it's 10 p.m. So I did this chart yesterday. This is an older chart, right? And look, there's my level. There's my line. Came up and pegged my line absolutely perfecto, right? Like absolutely perfecto. Let me see if I can find that thing where I printed it with the damn line on it. That. Let me see here. Where are you at? Sorry, I do a lot. I make a lot of charts in the members area. Sorry. Let me see if I can go find this puppy. I know it was on the video though. No, I didn't. I added that line later. So I added this line in the members area. So you can see that I wanted to get up to 69.50. And, you know, if you look at our candle, what did we get up to? Where are we at? Let's pull this down. So we got up to 69.40. So 69.40 was on whatever exchange this is I'm using, Binance. So 69.40 was Binance. Now I like a higher right shoulder here. If this holds, this will turn into a head and shoulders. If this breaks, it will invalidate the head and shoulders. Now I have to say, we have turned bearish on a bunch of the charts here, right? We have turned bearish, but I also want you guys to take a look at something. Oh, fuck, Binance. Let's get a different chart here. There we go. Phoenix. What do we got here? Bitstamp. There we go. All right, here's Stamp. Stamp's much better. All right, so I want you to take a look at the volume, right? On our volume here, our volume is super important for us to get a good idea of where we're at in this time right here, right? And our volume, and once again, has considered, you know, we spiked up a little bit, we spiked up a little bit more, but we just are not getting the amount of volume that pulled us out of this big 8,000 to this 8,000 area. You see the massive volume spikes, these big volume candles that we got that pulled us up here. And kind of one of my philosophies was, and one of my thoughts was, that we're kind of being spoon-fed right now. People are kind of spoon-feeding into this, and I'm not saying that it's Tether, but it could be. But people are spoon-feeding into this, and we saw a lot of buying going on right here in the 6,400 region. We were watching all this. There was a ton of buying going on in here with a lot of really large orders, and we knew that the exchanges were the ones in there buying that 22 million, 16 million, 15 million. We saw these massive orders getting bought up of BTC, and we knew this just, you know, it couldn't keep going. But look, there's just not the volume to sustain a real rally. Like if you go back here, look at where the volume is. Look at how much higher the volume is that this got up here. And so if you start here, higher volume, little lower, like you did get a nice wick right here. This was kind of your last little run right here, right? You got a little bit of good volume right here. But then it's just been all bearish volume all the way down. And now you're turning into bullish volume. You're getting some bullish buy volume here that's holding the price up. You're just holding this price up area here. But there's just not enough, right? And we've talked about this. People just don't believe the hype, right? I want to go back and show you guys also my head and shoulders chart and how perfectly this head and shoulders worked out, which I never even saw. I never even saw this head and shoulders. Now that I look back on it, I just saw this today. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder measurement, 2156 top to bottom. Perfect fallout 1-to-1. 2447 fell all the way down, tapped here. Now this was a perfect head and shoulders setup. And I just never even called this. I called the top at 8,200, not at 8,400. This fell out. This was absolutely perfect. Now, you are on the cusp. Now, here's the good and the bad about this, right? This is actually very bullish, the way I look at this right here. Because if this doesn't fall out, if this continues to go higher, and we can get up over this range right here, if we can get over this 7,700 range right here, this makes this very bullish, right? This becomes very bullish because then this starts to transfer into something that's impulsive. And this doesn't look like a correction, like an A, B, C correction right here, right? So you just be like, this would be like A, B, and this would kind of be a C wave up, right? So this wouldn't look like an ABC here. This would actually start to be an impulsive wave. So if this thing just kept going, if this were turning out to be if this were turning into be an ABC wave, let me go pull it over here. All right. Oh, sorry. Where are you at? Where are you at? There we go. So if this was pulling up to be an A, B, C, D, E, something like this, this would be playing out. That's probably pretty high. It's a little too high right there. This would be playing out as an impulse wave, right? So now if we start to break this area, we start to break down this area, this would then create and start to create a lower, this is going to totally change up. Let's not do that one. Let's do this one. So this now would set us at a higher low. So this would change the whole game because this would then be a higher low. This would be a lower low. If this turns and runs, this could be a higher low, okay, which is very bullish. All right, this is a very bullish setup. Now, do I still believe this is possible? No, I don't. I don't think that this is going to run. And you're talking all your confluence and all of your, you got a lot of, everything is right. So you got right here. This is a heavy block of resistance right here. You've then got this massive block of resistance that runs through here. So these are your resistance layers that you've got to punch through, right? This is where you really got to punch through these layers in order to turn this into a bullish, impulsive wave, right? I still am looking at this as if this is an ABC. I'm still to be determined here, but I still think this is an A, B, C, right? This is an ABC wave because we never had that real, you know, if you count this down impulsively right here, if you do an impulsive wave count, I am the worst Elliott guy in the absolute world, right? A, B, C, right? And you can pull this baby back up anywhere into here. Right? You can even get up to there. You know, but I just, man, I'm skeptical that this gets over here. And then you'd have a wave 5 down. Right? I still think this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and we're in a ABC wave, which is a correction wave. All right. The only way I see us getting out of this is with some true FA, and we've talked about this, and I just don't see that. I don't see the possibility in that yet playing out. So I'm gonna, let's pull this down by just kind of, let's pull this back. I'm gonna rip all this off here. Actually, let's save this. All right, so I'm just going to start pulling this apart right here. Let me get this all off here. And there we go. There we go. There we go. I just want to break this down right here and kind of see where we're at right now, okay? So, great long line candle. I mean, this is going to be a pretty, I mean, this is kind of a no-brainer. Came down. We did get a bearish cross right there. We are going to get a really bullish cross. Now, this is something I meant to talk about the other day. You did have this price squeeze between the 30 and the 50. This is that the pimple popping thing where it just squeezes this together to give this run out of there on the daily. This just squeezed it, popped it straight up. Now, when I am betting on these, usually it's funny because I usually say that the 7MA is weaker, but you know, and this should pop down from there because your 30 line has a lot more resistance in it. Now you came up here and pegged absolutely to the dollar on the 50, right? So you came up all the way here, pegged the 50, absolutely perfect. We're going to see how this develops. You got a long day ahead of us, guys. It's going to be a long day trading because this candle doesn't help us out with anything. This candle doesn't give us anything until it starts to develop, right? And really, there's just nothing that this candle can do for us right here. Now, I want to go back and I want to point out something that's super, super relevant. And all the members were watching this, and we were calling out Litecoin. Where's it at? Where's Litecoin? Oh, there it is. Sorry, it's right here in front of me. So here's Litecoin right here. And we were all calling out that Litecoin popped. So I did have this line. This line came down here. I had the wedge line that was drawn here. It popped the wedge. So when we were watching the on the members area, we were watching for this to pop that wedge. And where's that at? I can pull that up. So we were watching for this to pop this wedge right here, and it did respect the wedge twice, and it came up and respected the wedge 2 times. Both times it came up to respect the wedge, and then that last time it just popped through. And where's it at? Where's it? Here it is right here. So here's it. This was our resistance. This was our wedge line. So we've drawn this wedge. Now, as soon as it popped, now I expected this to come down, which it did, and I expected it to bounce off, which it did, but I was not prepared for the explosion, right? I was not prepared for the massive explosion that took off through there. So I did right. It's respecting the wedge, and then it just beat the wedge like a redheaded stepchild. And it took the wedge to just blew the wedge right out. Now, watch out. This is making a massive hanging man candle. But if you were watching and you guys go back, you guys can see that this clearly took off before Bitcoin did. So we were watching this, and this clearly took off before Bitcoin. Okay, so there was a good correlation right there to watch Litecoin take off, and then you knew Bitcoin was going to take off right after it, and sure enough, it did. And in fact, over in the members area, I said, hey guys, alts are popping, and then not even 30 minutes later, the alts all popped, right? Let's find out when I said alts are popping. Here we go. Let's go see when I said, where did I say? Somewhere up here, I said alts are popping. All right, so I said, I don't know where I said that, somewhere in here. I think I said it over in the regular members chat. I don't want to share the regular members chat because it's got all our people in there. But if you do look, here's what I said. I said we're going to get a pop. If it's high side, it's 100 to 250 points. Let's see what we got here. So let's go back to our Bitcoin chart, right? Let's pull our Bitcoin chart up over here. See what kind of pop we got. See if I was correct. Even though this did hit my target, I wanted to see how relevant this. Oh, look at that. 100 to 250 points. Perfect. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay. So where we're sitting right now, where we're at today, I would have to say we are in a bullish area, right? And I'm bullish because of the 12-hour 6 that was printed down here. Okay, I'm bullish because of this 12-hour 6. I don't see this turn around a lot. You don't see this oftentimes turn around on a 7 or even an 8. You know what I'm saying? Like you go back and you're looking to see where this thing usually turns around when it takes a run. And, you know, it usually likes to drop down, reset, and then it'll come back up one more time and do something like a 1, 2, 3, 4. But this does not like to reverse itself. Look at these. These are all 6s, 1s, or 2s, right? 6s, 1s, 2s, 3s. There's a 9. There is an 8 right there. Now there is 1 8. That thing ran up super monster right there. This is a really good run up. You did get an 8. I mean, pretty easy candle right there set up for that to fall down. So we are in an 8. In order for this to fall down, I would just be looking for some wicked, wicked candle. Either a massive hanging man candle to form and or a wicked shooting star candle. And a wicked shooting star candle is going to be really... It's going to be tough right here. It's going to really start to invalidate that head and shoulders, I feel, getting over the 69 region. It's going to have legs to run up here. 7,200 would be a higher end. Like if you were looking at this and you were saying, man, this thing, if this can run and it would start to bleed, you'd be looking up here in the 7,200 range. Now, it's still got to get out of this box right here, right? And this is your box you're in right now. This is your trial. It's got to get above this, right? So if you did just wick this baby up and kissed it and made a massive shooting star, you could look for a possible fallout coming soon. That's really all I've got on, a lot of these charts. Let's go over and pull up my, let me pull up one more chart here. All right. Nope, not that one. Yes. No, okay, so our short chart, let's take a look at our shorts for a second. Just eating bud. They may be just completely falling out. So they're just completely diving down. BTC, here's my other chart. Let's take a look and see if we broke the wedge here. Let's see if we broke out of this wedge over here on this. All right, so we're going to pull this up. All right, let me see if we can get in here. Oh, man, did that wick go all the way up there? All right, so I'm not counting this wick that shot all the way up there, okay? Not counting that wick. Now, look, wick, 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 right? And you're all the way up here. Now, remember what we talked about. We said that the last time this did this right here, it respected this wedge line right here, right? And here's your wedge line. This is your wedge right here. This is your inside wedge of your initial drop. So this was your initial, came up, fell out, and then it was on the back side of the wedge. Now, if you come over here, this is the same thing. So it came out, fell over, respected the outside of the wedge, never broke through the wedge. So this hasn't broken through the wedge right here, and it looks like it's impossible to do it right now. It's almost this could just keep going up. It's going to be impossible to break through the wedge simply because of the angle that you've got right here. All right. Now this daily is bullish because you have broken through the Tekken. There's your Tekken line right there. You are bullish because you broke through the Tekken. You're also you're bullish. Look at this over here. So you did break bullish on this, and this thing came up to insane levels. I mean, look at how high this thing came up here. This thing just came all the way up here to the tippy, tippy, tippy top, right? So this thing came all the way up here. Now that is breaking bullish, right? That is a bullish break on the Stoke right there. When you get up that high, you usually want to fall out earlier than that, okay? Same thing, let's pull up our RSI, see if I can grab this puppy down here. All right, and there's the bull trap gap. Bull trap gap was completely just knocked out of the socks, right? Just came right out, got knocked out of the socks, and you've now created a new high, remember? So this is bearish, bearish, bearish. This did start to form out. This was very bearish, followed all of our lines. Hold on, let me post, sorry, it's 12-hour chart. Here you go. Very bearish. This is bear. All these setups, bearish, bearish, bearish. Breaking this is bullish. This is extremely bullish, right? Now we need to get up here and we need to take a look and see when the next ones break down. And we're going to peel this back. Let's go down like this. We're going to bring this down a little bit. All right, so delete, delete. All right, delete. All right, so we're going to look over here. We're going to see where we're at and where this is corresponded. I don't need this. I'm going to take this line. I'm just going to move this up to right there. Okay. All right, so we have correlation now back here. So if we pull this all the way back here, this a little higher. I mean, you have one there and you have one just a little bit higher here, right? So now we got this one a little bit higher. Let's zoom in and take a look at where these what happened when we hit these things right here. Okay, so there's the, oh Jesus. All right, so there's this peak right here. So there's the peak right there when that fell out. Whereas this one is a little bit higher, another peak when it fell out. This one right here was bullish. So this was kind of bullish. So came up here, it did fall out one more time right here, right? But then it did climb bullish. So you've kind of got mixed signals. So if it does fall out here, you would look for this to not fall all the way and to possibly have a bullish continuation. If this does go up a little bit more, you're looking for this to kind of come up into this next bearish peak area where it fell out from, right? It fell out pretty hard from there, fell out really hard from there, really hard from there. All of this one, and this one all had super hardcore fallouts. Now we're just going to have to see where this takes us right here. So this says to me, if this runs up to 7,200, I would be looking for something to correlate in this area right here, right? So that one, this one, actually this one. So, well, yeah, one, yeah, medium falls, kind of falls, double top falls. So now we're just looking for to see if this is going to fall out early or this is going to fall out late, right? And where was that other one at? There it is. So there's that right there. So this is where this did fall out, the same range when this fell out. Now, if this does play out like this did last time, this was a bullish fall up because it didn't fall out as far and then it had another higher high. So that's actually looking pretty bullish. That looks pretty bullish to me. Okay, let's take a look over here at our, this is kind of the channel that I had. This is the channel I had built. Here was all my targets for the top end of the channel to break out. Here was the wedge. So we had this wedge up here. This was a bear. This is a wedge we had right here, resistance wedge. You can see it touched, and then it finally broke through. So this broke through bullish. Let me pull this up here. Right, so now we're sitting here, and then here is where it's got to go to get to break bullish. It's got to break out of this channel. Now it's just marching up this channel. And if you start to throw, you know, an A, B, C, D, E on this thing, you know, you kind of A, B, C, D, E it, something like that. You kind of get a much larger A, B, C, D, E that kind of marches out of here. It's hard to count this one. A, B, C, D, E. Now you've broken the height of this. So since you've broken the height of this, you now can't count this as a lower, so you got to recount that. You got to go up here and count this like something like this: A, B, C, D, E. Or you got to count this something like this. Right? If you want to kind of count this as an A, B, C, D in a channel right here, this gets really tough to count out in a channel. You might have to dig into this and count this out as A, B. This is just so tough to count this candle that took off right there. Super hard to count that. So, all right, until.
Hi, man.
Hey, buddy. All right, I'm going to turn this over to Until. I think I've done enough damage for everybody for right now. Yeah, so here's the long to shorts chart. Here's my long chart. Here's my shorts chart. Let's take a look. I do have a longs to shorts chart. And let me pull it up real quick for everybody. It's right. Yeah, it's not that one. It's not that one. This is when you have too many damn charts. Yeah, let me find my long to short chart. Let me just pull up the long to short chart, then I'm going to turn it over to you, buddy.
Just take your time, man. It's really not that much happening. We're fighting over the 6-9. 6-9, 10, 6-9.
There we go.
Only a wall preventing them from going to 6-9, 20, so.
All right. So here's our long to short chart. Now I do have this on the 1 week. I'll pull this. Let me pull this down to the day. There we go. So they're both on the day right now. So here's our 1 week chart. So your shorts, now your longs have not got back into anywhere near the danger zone. The danger zone's still way, way up there. They're not in the danger zone at all. The shorts have completely fallen out of the danger zone. So you're actually looking pretty safe both ways. There's no danger of being in either position, long or short here at all. There's nothing at all that's relatively. Yeah. All right. Now, so I would just let me just I just want to go over a couple really humorous things. Okay, just let me do a couple things real quick. And where is that article? Hold on a second. Let me find this article here. All right. All right, so there's a brand new article. There it is. Here we go. I just want to know how much Michelle, is that Michelle Lavery? I want to know how much Tether she got for making this story, okay? I mean, come on. How much Tether did she get? And does she just have to look like the biggest idiot there ever was after writing this story, right? And then some 50 million Tether comes into the market. Not even 6 hours later, this thing just totally pumps through the roof. I mean, come on, man. Tether has no impact on Bitcoin price. Okay. Winklevoss employee, or who is that? Somebody, I mean, who do you work for? Bitfinex? How much is Bitfinex paying you for this? How much are the Tether people paying you for this? Did you get your money before or after you went on the yacht? Yeah, that was hilarious. Come on, man. That was too funny. Oh, I got Triple G. Jesse, I got Triple G. I love Triple G. I don't think Canelo can take him. But I do totally think that this article was actually hilarious because how retarded this was. Okay. Yeah, she must write for CNBC, exactly. That cracked me up. I mean, come on. I mean, she wrote the article and not like 30 minutes, like not even like what it's a day later, 50 million Tether, and then we get this pump. Okay, all right. All right. Hey, Until, you ready to go?
Yeah, man.
All right. So I got an Until screen up. You guys, Until, this guy is like the master scalper. He's been trading forever. He has an awesome Twitter channel. He's over here on Until1mil. He's the guy who actually created the Beast Scalper over in our group. He keeps upgrading it. I swear to God, I can't even keep up with the updates. He updates this damn thing like every 2 weeks. On one of our shows today, I'm using a version of the Beast Scalper that's like 3 versions old. So he keeps making the scalper better. But go for it, Until.
So yeah, guys, hi. I guess welcome to me. Being here is the first time I should have been here. Maybe right on the first show.
He's a vamp virgin. Vamp virgin.
Yeah, I'm a vamp virgin. So look, for those that haven't been following me, I've been kind of calling this since I would say January, February. All the tops and all the bottoms, every double bottom, every double top. And my target for my long of a lifetime is where you can see it, which is here at 4.6 and 5.1. Now, just because I'm waiting for that doesn't mean that I can't trade in between. So in between now and then, it doesn't mean that I can trade. It doesn't mean that I can trade those moves because I'm waiting for those price points. With that said, I've been posting some scalping moves on the Until1mil channel. And you can see, so this was one of them for yesterday. Okay, so as you can see, we had this stop. I told them to scalp again, and here at this level, and again. So we came here and then we dumped for very good profit if you're in at cross leverage. That's a lot of a profit. Now, what I've been basing myself for the last few weeks is basically on supports and resistances. So you can, this one is not available anymore. I mean, just forget about this one. This one, it still plays off, and I didn't want to change it before I came here on the channel. But I'll be shorting this area, and I'll be shorting this all the way until 7.4. Okay, so if this goes up and ends up at 7, I'll start to short it there. Okay, it's that simple. Now, if I go here, let me try and get you. If I go here, this is the block I'm after. Okay, this is what I'm after, and this is like the full retracement. This is going to be the final one. If it goes to 7.4, 7.5, that's completely the max. But all of this is nothing else than a temporary bounce. Okay, it's all part of the downtrend that we're in, and it's just a bounce. That's what it is. I don't think we're going to go on a bull run from here. I think we're going to go again to fives. We're going to see 5 again. What happened here was we have a lot of shorts trapped that entered at 6.5 or 6.6, 6.4 in huge losses right now, and they're just liquidating them. That's basically what we're doing. If you look on the daily, for instance, you can see here. So let me try and outer this so you can see better. You can see here downtrend, and then just gonna go to that level. Okay, and 7.5 is gonna be the max that will go, just FOMO purposes if you have any FOMO on this. But 7.2 starts to be just a very, very safe short. Okay, 7.2 for me, it's a very safe short. Most people will get liquidated around 7.1, and then 7.2 you can start shorting if we go there. Okay. Now, by saying this, do I believe that we're going to go 7.4 for sure? I'm not sure we're going to go to 7.4. I'm saying that if we go up, the maximum we'll go is 7.5. 7.2 to 7.4 is the optimal shorting. You can just use the BitMEX Scaler app and just put shorts in there. Just put shorts in there. Like it's risk free. Okay. I haven't been making much calls, but the calls I made in the past week have been all profitable, all 100% and up, 50% and up profitable for those going at cross. So it's just a matter of leaving your entries there for shorts, and that's it. Now, for longs. So as you may notice, for those that haven't been following me, I don't like trading them. I don't like starting to trade a main trend. So if I have no position open, let me go on the 23. So if I have no, let's say we were here, okay? If I have no position open, I won't take a position here. Almost never. I won't take a position while the trend is developing. I'll take a position on the reaction of a pump or a dump, and then I'll start from there. I'll start my day trading from there, okay? And I don't advise you guys in this market to do that too. So don't trade the main trend. Just wait for a pump or a dump and then trade it. We've been moving on $150 to $200 up or down always. So if you're here, you can just put your shorts $200 up, okay, and put your longs $200 out. Zoom out, search for these areas so you can see here. So these are not risky long areas, completely not risky long areas. You can take the prices. Let me just do this. You can take the prices. This is gonna take a while to come here, but this one is, it's not risky. This is not gonna go down and then just dump through this. Okay, it's going to go down here, and then it will bounce, and you'll be able to leave in profit. Now, when you guys see those 1,000, 2,000% that I sometimes post on Twitter, it's not by trading the main trend. It's, for instance, it comes down, I enter here, okay, and then I just let it go. If it has 100%, I just let it go. I put a stop at 25%, 30%, 35%. and I just let it go up. And as it goes up, my stop also goes up. Okay. So when you see that, it's not that I'm aiming when entering the trade for 1,000%. It's part luck. Obviously, I'm aiming for a bounce, and I just want to trade that bounce and get that 50%, 60%, and get out. Maybe flip my position. But that's it. It's not on purpose. So for me, levels on this, as I said, based on the wedge, on the rising wedge that we have on daily, and let me just look at this. This is so going there. Let me just go on the daily. I was checking before. So rising wedge will then dump 7,250. It's like optimal for a short. If you have an entry there with a liquidation price above 7.8, you're golden. Okay, just leave it and go live your life and come back. Just put an alarm for sixes again, and then come back to trade that and just to close your short. I was trying to check here. The SSO is oversold here, and then it's oversold here, overbought here. As you can see, so when the SSO is oversold, it's almost always is an entry point. Okay, and as you can see here, we have oversold on the RSI. The buy zone and the MI are both pointing to a buy. If I could probably, if I just I need to be careful because this can go to sword. I'll probably have longs in there, most likely. Exactly, long in there on the indicator. So this was a pretty easy long. Okay, and this is going to be again a level to long. Okay. Now what else? What else can I tell you about this? I think that's all. I mean, summary of this: plenty of shorts got trapped. Now we're liquidating those shorts. Tether helped. But this is all temporary. This is all a bounce. That's what it is. And it's a bounce that can go to 7.5, but then it will come down. If it goes, let me just go here. Yeah, 7.5. This 7.5 for me, it's optimal. There's a break in there. 7.5 for me is like the max this can go. So for me, that's my take. Until sees it going to sub 5K. Yes, in time. I think 5.1 is where my long start. Okay, I've been saying this for 3 months now or 4 months in terms of where I'm going to put my longs, and those that have been following me for a while, they know that. 5.1s for me is my long of a lifetime. It starts at 5.1, and those longs go all the way down to 4.6. Okay. For now, in terms of scalping, I mean, it's not much scalping points if you're pointing to a 5. A scalping point should be ways, let's say swing trading positions. For longs, I have them here, 6.3, 50 to 6.2, and then 6 to 5.7. And then if we go here, what I wanted to see is the 1 hour in our auto. And if I go here, let's just do this. So the 1 hour, I have the FX on, it doesn't matter. It's mostly to show this. Now, when this comes down, this is going to be, again, a long area. I don't see this going down and breaking through all the way. It's a bit risky, but it's a long area for me, and I'll be longing here. Okay. So this will turn into a long area, all of this that you're seeing, consolidation point, this previous resistance, which are going to turn into a support. So that's going to turn into a long. Okay, we'll wait a bit. Okay, we'll reassess it when we're at, if we go to 7.1, 7.2, so we'll reassess this long position. But for me, this is going to be a long. And the same will happen if you go to 7.5 for scalp. So have 2 accounts, okay, one for swing trading, another for scalping. If you go to 7.5, 7.4s, this will probably, I mean, it depends on how much time we'll spend here. But if this goes sideways for a while, this will again be a long. Okay. So yeah, that's, I mean, for me, I think that's it. If you guys don't have any questions, if you do, just go ahead.
All right, excellent. Anybody got any questions for Until? The man, the myth, the legend. The guy's been trading forever. We talked about this today. A little bit of in our group. One of the things that I struggle with is just being such a noob because I've only started trading in late February. So since late February, I've gotten, I've come a long way in trading. And one of my challenges, I still don't have the confidence, that a lot of these guys who have been trading for an extremely long period of time do. And that's just, it's my weakness, that's for sure. All right, Brian, 88, Neo, ICX. All right, I got an ICX chart pulled up right here. Now, I expected ICX to dump out. It got this massive run up. This was a huge bleeding nine. It did dump right kind of where I thought it was going to dump, but I just didn't dump as far. So it's just following through. Now, my resistance level for ICX is parked right up here above. Okay, and there's your resistance level. So this is my top level. It's been poked up there. This is kind of where I think the resistance is. I'm going to move this down. It's actually going to be on that 200 MA right there. So ETC, let's take a look at ETC. Just absolute sideways action on ETC, not affected by anything. We really didn't get the pump out of this that we saw in the other exchanges. Ethereum, same thing, broke the wedge, smashed the wedge. Now, if you are playing Ethereum, on the 1 hour, this is posting a inside bearish harami or an inside bar candle. So that's the 1 hour. Let's see, the 4 hour, same thing. All right. Sorry, the 2 hour. Let's go up to the 4 hour. All right, so now, if you learned something from me today, you
Vamp,
learned...
change the screen, Vamp.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, guys. Get ahead of myself. All right, so here's ETH. This is my ETH. So this is ETH today. So ETH broke through our channel. We had this wedge right here. We had this little wedge pulled up right here. Now, as soon as it broke through that, it just snapped through like a beast. Came up, just found a perfect resistance right on this 100-day on the 4 hour chart. Now, this 100 MA is actually a pretty weak MA, right? Now, if you've learned anything today that we've talked about, especially when we started the show on how the sixes work, this is a red 6. It is a green 6 with a red candle. This is a bearish 6. So you got to be careful pulling a long trade right now into this right here, going into this thing right there on that lower time frame. Now, on the higher time frames, you got to remember, on the higher time frames like the 12s, on the 12-hour time frame, 1s and 2s are dangerous along with 3s and 5s, right? I'm sorry, with 6s. So 1s and 2s are dangerous along with 6s that we look for on the 12 hours. So on the 12-hour chart, you posted up a a green 1. And I like to be careful, you know what I'm saying? I like these post up a couple green 1s and 2s, and these things like to start to fall out. So I'd be really, really careful here, trying to get all bullish. And it's funny when you pull back ETH, just to see how far we've really, really come, and people are looking at this like, oh my God, it's mooning. Mooning is getting up here back to the 400 range, okay? Mooning is getting back up to 400. We're still trapped in this 280, 290 range. So, you just got to keep an eye on ETH right here, but I'd be very, very careful trading ETH. Now, you are starting to post up some kind of a new looking wedge here. You gotta start to look at a new wedge as you change. You got to just get in here and transfer your wedge. Get in here and make this a little bit different, and now you got to see if you can break out of this thing again, or if this just turns into a further continuation pattern. You got to pull this up here, pull this down here, see if it just holds and respects this line. These are a couple ideas that you might put together for ETH. Now the good news is you are on the top side of that 30 for support, but let's go over to the daily. Okay, same thing. Now I'd probably adjust this out to like right there. All right. Okay, and now if you guys look and you guys pull back and you at our video and you guys look at some of the notes that you can probably peek at on the stuff I posted, this likes to fall on red 3s, right? Green 3, red candle, dump. Green 3, red candle, dump. So you got to be careful right here. If this green 3 If this green 3 stays red, you got to be really careful here watching for this because the green 3s like to fall out on the daily. So it's either the 3s or the 5s. So I always am looking for a green 3 or a green 5. So there's a green 3 fell out. So you got to just keep an eye on this. Green 5. So just keep an eye on this right here now and see if this does fall out. Now you got to be a little more scared of a green 3 with a red candle. Look, green 3, red candle, green 3, red candle. So just keep an eye on this and make sure that you don't get caught in any kind of instant reversal. Now here's your heavy resistance is going to be up a little bit higher here on ETH. So you're going to be up here a little bit more. I mean, there's room to run up. There you go. So your resistances come down right there. 12 hours, 6 hours, same thing. All right, so this is pretty easy. All your resistance is right in here. Is 320 bucks. So you got a lot of resistance up here at $320. It can, if this thing does, you've got a lot of resistance up here. This is where you would look for it to run up and stop out at, right? So this would be your upward run. And this would be your downward run. If it holds this wedge, you would just look for this to test this bottom again, right? Like A, B, C, D, E, right? So you would just start a whole new count until you're proven wrong here, right? This is kind of, you would start this brand new count looking for to be proven wrong, right? You break this, you're just going to start looking for that next ride up, right? Your next ride up, and your resistance is going to be up 320 bucks. Litecoin's a little bit different. So I'm looking at Litecoin a little bit different, more as a rising wedge here. It's a little harder to, I don't really like this here. I don't like this as much as I like this rising wedge pattern right here that's kind of playing out. Even though this is possible, you got this. Now this is ascending. This is an ascending or a pennant. So you do have a pennant. Now this pennant is a continuation pennant, so it is bearish. On the top side over here, you would be looking for... All right, let me see where we're at here. 6 hour. Here's your... So you're on resistance right there. You're on resistance on your 12 hour. So look, you're pack on the resistance, your 12 hour, pack on this, there it is. Okay, so there you go. So on the daily, there's your next target on the daily. 3 day, nothing. Sorry, there's 2 day, 3 day, nada, nothing. All right. So you can pretty much run this back down to the 12 hour here and see where your two resistance levels are. Right, so let's put this up here. This is here. This is now support. And 56 is heavy support. So this 56 zone was super hardcore resistance. Now it is really strong support. So we're just going to look for this to possibly hold out is at the support level. If this did fall out, I would be looking to fall down in one of these two areas right here for support before it broke up. Now, see, I expected it to test this wedge and go up. Just not like that. That was pretty crazy. And ETC, okay, what do we got? Yeah, one of the things somebody mentioned the other day was that BTC looked like it was doing a cup and handle formation. All right, let's see what we got in this cup and handle formation.
What, on the daily?
I don't know. I gotta take a look here.
It's gonna be the biggest cup and handle of history.
Yeah, there. No, where the hell is this? Pull a chart over here. Yeah, so there it is. So see, here's the cup. Right, and here's the handle. Right, so here's the cup. Here's the handle right there.
Ooh, I don't see that way.
Yeah, kind of.
A cup should come from an uptrend, and it should come from an uptrend. Should go to the 618 fib or the 786. Since it's crypto, it's usually 786.
Maybe
then
a
go again
2-year-old.
to the second top, come down to the 382, and then pump. From an uptrend, usually we see good cups. These, I mean, for me, it's not. I prefer to just zoom out and just do a wedge out of there. Seems like a
Yeah.
more realistic scenario.
Yeah, wedge definitely looks a lot more feasible out of there. Let's see what I. Yep, there's my wedge. So this is kind of, I'm just going to hold this wedge in here. I mean, I've just been, this is kind of the wedge I'm staying in. Listen, like Until says, break the top side of the wedge, easy. This is a hard area. So as this thing keeps moving sideways, you just kind of keep getting up here, 7,100, 7,200, so on and so forth as the days move along. And look, these days can move a lot of days sideways with very little or no movement. And I will be looking to short this once it does break down below this, or this posts up some kind of a wicked reversal candle here, or something I can see notably that it's going to say, tell me the market is dying. All right, and let's see if we got any other questions here. Yeah. And I don't see any.
Can you do one thing for me? Can you do
Yep.
it to the Amazon chart, please?
Amazon.
Yeah.
Yep. You want me to pull it up on yours? I can pull it. You want it on yours or you want it on mine?
If you can do on yours, I mean that will be.
Oh my God. Okay. Chart. It's AMNZ. What is Amazon?
AMZN.
AMZN.
Just stock.
Oh, all exchanges.
Just click on stock. Now below the cursor. Exactly. Yep. Put up the monthly.
Holy, but Jesus.
Is that no? Put the monthly on.
That's monthly.
Okay. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I'm kind of listening to you.
Holy cow.
I want
Look
you to
at
go on
Amazon.
that.
God damn. Holy
I want you
shit.
to go to the dot-com bubble. So go on the beginning. Do you see those little
Over here.
two tops in the beginning
Yep.
on the left? So when I see the cursor on YouTube, so people can.
Right here.
Okay. Yeah, right there. So if you zoom out on that, it's not that close, but it's similar to crypto, to what crypto did last year. And I think that ultimately we're heading for something like this. Okay, we're not going to take 20 years to do it, but we're heading for something like that.
Damn.
Just a matter of time. Now, I am not saying that Bitcoin is going to do this, but I'm almost sure that the cryptocurrency's market cap is going to do this. Okay, so not putting all my chips on Bitcoin, but definitely putting almost all my chips on cryptocurrency trading. So for those that are, that lost money, because I know some of you there lost it after the bull run. I mean, do not worry; it's just temporary. Okay, you'll have plenty of time to profit. Okay, just make sure to cut your losses when you have losses. Cut them fast, and to have consistent profits. It doesn't matter if they're small, but if they're consistent, and if you're trading, 0.01 a day, it's a lot of money at the end of a year. So just don't try to make all the money all at once. Okay.
All right. So I'm just going to put this up here as my support. I'm going to go over to somebody saying ADA. Let me save this. All right, there we go. Let's pull up our ADA chart. Load chart. I do have ADA as a chart. Now I only have ADA XBT. Here we go. All right. Ah, not bad. Okay. So my target was a little bit lower. So I think we called this thing all the way down It then did bounce. So look, this came up. This hit the resistance level. I thought this was going to definitely bounce a little bit lower. You see where your second resistance level is. Now this is on ADA XBT. Oh no, this is ADA USD. So this is USD. Let's change the title of this name. USD. Yeah, all right. Here we go. So this is USD. Came down. Look at this. Bled out a little bit. Moved sideways just like crazy. It came right back up into our resistance. Poked our resistance. Absolutely perfect. If this does take a run, you do have your next level up here. Oh no, this is XBT. What the hell? Why does it say USD? Wow, is ADA that cheap? Is ADA really 8 cents? 10 cents?
Be very careful with ADA. Cardano has a whale controlling it since last year. I mean, not last year, but like he has a ton of ADA. It's a lot, seriously, a lot of ADA. I think it was Binance once that made a competition on trading volume, and just won it easily by just buying and selling to himself. So careful with trading ADA because you're trading a coin that a huge percentage of it is in someone's pocket. It's not that well distributed.
Yeah. So here's your resistance levels. You got it right here, 12 cents if this does take off. I still have a low line right down here of 6.7 cents. So I'll just keep that there. I'll keep that 6.7 target as my low target if this thing does fall out there. All right, let me save this. XVG, so we got you want to do XVG? Until?
Who, me?
Yeah.
XCG? XCG is a scam coin. Why would we be looking into investing into XCG?
Somebody asked for it. I'm just throwing it out there.
Who's asking for it? XCG.
Remember, all right, I'll do it.
Why do you want to do that to your life now?
Hey, porn coins are good. Everybody likes porn coins. All right, so
The
let's
thing is,
load a
it's
new
a
chart.
scam coin. That they're scammy. It's like no developers, 10 marketing guys around it.
All right,
XCG is just insane.
XVG. What is the symbol? Oh,
It's gonna do full retracement, XCG. It's gonna do full retracement. XCG is gonna be worth 50 satoshis again. I can't wait for that to happen.
How do I not have an XVG chart? I thought I had a freaking XVG chart. What the hell? All right, I got it here. I'll do it. XVG, USDT, right? USD. We'll do it on.
It's at 217 satoshis. If you're on it, I would wait. I will take profit at 240, 236 satoshis when it does second top. If Bitcoin stays bullish, it's going to continue and it's going to do a cup and then go for the next resistance at 270s. But this is, for me, investing on Verge. Ooh. With a market like this, where every scam coin is just getting effed, it's just risky.
Damn! Look at this coin. Look at the. Oh, this is the craziest. Okay, so here I'm gonna bring Verge up for everybody. Give me a second. All right, so here's Verge USDT. Right, look at this thing. Whoa, man. I mean, you're at the bottom. I mean, I mean, this thing can't even be 90%. You can't even measure how much lower this has gone. This has gone like 190% lower, right? You do have a gap though. Look at that. You had a gap. You have a bunch of gaps. Oh, Verge has a bunch of gaps in it. 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of gap trading in here, so watch out. If this thing retraces, it'll fill up these gaps right there.
Can you draw a fib on that cup?
Yeah.
Yep. From the bottom to the first stop.
Mm-hmm. So let's see here. If I went from here to here, my retracement would have came back. Look at perfect. So okay. From here to here, it came back, retraced 618.
Just do there. Yeah. See, just like I was saying before, crypto likes to do this. Just cup on 618, 786. This is a perfect cup. Okay. And if Bitcoin stays bullish, it's going to retrace to the 382 most likely, and then shoot up again to that next resistance. Just put your cursor up a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
A bit more. like to that on that
Yeah,
drop.
yeah,
So
yeah,
before that drop
yeah.
at 19, something like 0.19. So it's going to go to there. If Bitcoin just needs to stay kind of sideways bullish, and if Bitcoin stays sideways and you see alts getting red, you should get out and start shorting. Okay. Yeah, exactly. That's going to be the next one. So we did the second top. Now it's time for the handle and then up. About Bitcoin, as I was saying, if you see alts getting red and Bitcoin staying at the same price, that's your take to get out of alts, short Bitcoin. Okay, do that before anyone else. Else is just going to get caught on dump.
Heavy resistance. There's resistance.
So yeah, on that block that you put, that's going to be the next take profit once they're done with
Yeah.
the cup and if Bitcoin stays bullish.
Yeah. So there's your 1-to-1. So your 1-to-1 retracement would be right here if this thing came back around. And then I would look for it to possibly drop out here or here. It's going to be tough to make it. We'll see. We'll see how high up that can make it right there. TRX. Oh my God, my TR. Yeah, seriously, TRX.
It's
Out
scam
of
coin night.
freaking. I love TRX. All right, let me rename
Scam
this
coin night.
here. Let me rename this.
Man, TRX. I think TRX has a huge catalyst, which is Justin Sun tweeting. Okay. Because TRX doesn't really need to do anything. It's just if there's a tweet, it will pump. So
Okay, here we go. All right, so here's our layers of resistance right here. This is my high layer of resistance, almost made up here. Now watch out. It is on a red 9, right? That is on a red 9, but it can still, this thing can bleed out up to this next level. Now, if you've been playing this has been pretty wicked. Up, down, up, down. Now, this plays out really, really well as an A, B, C, right? This plays out really, really well right here as an A, B, C. Look, I missed all these. Bam, this sucks. And so let's see if we can. I mean, it's almost impossible to count an A, B, C, D out of this. I mean, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How do you count a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of this? Impossible. Super hard. So you know this, man. This might have a little bit of room to it right here. You know, your next if this thing does keep running, you know, you'd be looking right up in here is where this thing could run if this thing did an ABC and got all the way up here. That's where that puppy'd run right there. Cool, but this 9, watch this 9, it could just bleed up. This is all gonna just follow Bitcoin. This is gonna follow Bitcoin right here.
oh yeah,
Yeah. All right.
no doubt on that. But it's gonna
Yeah.
return to
Yep. All right. So
it's gonna be lower than that bottom in time.
all right.
He
So
goes live again. Yeah, that's look. I'm telling you, when Justin Sun loses, if any day he loses his Twitter password, TRX is gonna go to 1 Satoshi.
all
Because that's
right.
the only way he gets his coin up.
Yeah. All right. So here's our calls on Neo. This chart is so old. Oh my God, this chart is so old. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 days old. So it's a 14-day old chart. So my 14-day old chart had this coming up to here, had it retracing lower, which it didn't. But this is our resistance. We came right back up, tested our resistance. So you see your resistance levels right there. 4. So it's the same thing. Nothing has changed on this chart at all. I'm just going to scoot this bubble over here a little bit. Nothing has changed on this chart. You see where your resistance levels are. They're still stacked. You just got stumped on this resistance level. Now, be careful on Neo, because if this falls out again, this would look like a double top rejection, right? So let me scoot this over here. And give me 1 second. Let me find this. Right. So be careful right here because this could play out as a double top rejection right here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here, double top rejection, bearish double top. I would keep an eye on this one because you got a lot of resistance right above it, especially on the daily. And if it did poke this and start to drop, you could look for something like this to play out possibly. So and I'll write that on there and watch for double top reversal from, what is that, $20.77. $20 to $21. Then down. So this needs to break through. So what I'd be watching on Neo is I'd feel a lot more comfortable once it broke through. You might want to wait for this to break through this 30 MA. Once it broke through this 30 MA, you're going to invalidate this this double top reversal. Okay, and then you're going to be good to go on a long scalping trade right there. So there you go, just like that. All right, XRP, Lisa. I can only say nice things about XRP, okay? I want you to know that. I can only say nice things about XRP, so I'll go over here. Hold on a second. Oops. I will do XRP for you, though. Give me a second. All right, yeah, just making sure I'm saving all these things. And all right, there's that. There's Neo. I do have an XRP chart. XRP, the decentralized centralized network. All right, so there we go. There's your XRP. Let's see what our targets are. Come on, slow computer. All right, so here was my bottom. My bottom was over here on this purple line. It did break my bottom. Never got any. So this was my lowest call on XRP right there. So I did miss my lowest low. I had this low here at 29 cents. I did miss that. It did fall all the way down to 24 cents to almost 25 cents. Bounced back up. So looking at this, I'm going to adjust my, let's do this. Boy, this is a tough one. This is a tougher one. Let me see here. And okay, so the daily is on a 3. Okay, so remember our dailies like to fall out on 3s. So we're only on a 3 on our 12 hour, so this doesn't help us. Look, see, there's your 6, your red 6 fell out perfect on your red 6. And this doesn't help me. I mean, this still looks bullish to me. So this does look, you're on the top side of your 50 MA. This is about to make this is about to make a bunch of bullish crosses if these all come together on the 12 MA. I'm sorry, on the 12-hour chart, you're going to get a bunch of bullish crosses, which are going to plummet this thing up. You're going to be looking at a lot of, I would say, kind of right in there. So there's going to be, your next target is going to be right up here. If it breaks that, let's see, so what do we got up here? All right, if this breaks this, you're probably going to be up in here somewhere. Let's pull back our daily. Yep, there's your resistance. This thing's about to face a lot of resistance right above it. All right, if this thing breaks, 2-day. Nope. Hold on a second. Let me plop this over here. To yeah, I mean this all looks. I still think this has got some legs on it right here. Simply because of these 12, let's get rid of this. There we go. Okay. So what I'd be looking at here is these moving averages. So you're going to have this, you got the 7, as long as this can hold, you got the 7, the 50 first, then you're going to have the, so you're going to get the 7 and the 50 as a bullish cross. Then you're going to possibly get the 30 and the 50 second crossing. Now it's got to hold here. It's got to hold up here. You got to really watch these candles, right? You got to watch these candles right here. Got to watch this candle right here on the 12-hour. I'd really watch the 12-hour and the 1-day candle. See, this is on a 3. So you gotta just be careful of this 3. It's a daily danger 3. TD. So remember, it likes to flip on these. It likes to turn around in these TD3s. Okay. They're asking if you can do kin, K-I-N.
Who, me?
Yeah, yeah.
What's the coin? Let me check. I was just answering some stuff on
K-I-N.
on Discord. Just give me 1 second. Where is yours? Okay. VT. Look, on VT, I have VT. It's simple. Yesterday someone asked on stream about VT. I've told them it looked very, very good. It pumped 2 hours after. I have it. You should keep it until Bitcoin comes down. Once Bitcoin comes down, then you should quit. But quit using the USD pair. Okay? It depends. Claude, are you checking the USD pairs? If they have spikes at the same times, because the USD value of Bitcoin is going up, so, or down, right? And then it just influences everything. If you're looking at USD pairs. Now, what's the coin? Where is it? XLM, blah, 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 ZIL, VAT, it's done. What's the coin?
K-I-N.
Yeah, it's Van. It's not a brilliant coin, Sega. Okay.
It's on your screen. Yeah, there you go.
Hi.
Lisa, I'm just gonna finish up this XRP chart for you real quick. So take a look at this. So here's your fib line off the bottom. Yeah, it's Kuiper Network. I think that's it. I don't think. No, it's not Kuiper, is it? It's
KNC.
I have no idea. If you take a look here, you see how the fib on the XRP came back. Look at absolutely perfect on the 0.5. Bounced perfectly off your 0.5. Now it's making a run up. Now this does look like an ABC, actually ABC. This would be a flat if it only ran to 39 cents, which it possibly could. If you look in the bigger picture, I mean, God, just retraced so much. I mean, Jesus, everything just retraced so much. So there you go. But this does look like this could keep going right here. I mean, this retraced back perfectly to the 5. I would be looking for this to possibly continue. My top side would be 39 cents. Yeah, let's go a little bit higher. Let's go a little bit like that. So there'd be my top side right there. right? And not looking for A, B, C, D, or if this was making a super ugly ABC, A, B, C. Possibly, something like that. And this would be an ABC, right? ABC. Even though this looks like an A, B, nope, A. Jesus, this is hard to figure out right here. A, B, C. Yeah, this kind of looks like it finished out in ABC right there. I'd be careful with this one. ABC, BC. It's a tough one. All right, there's an upside. If this did drop out, this would be the target. The 786 would be my target for the downside. All right. Sorry. Go ahead. You find it? Did you find it? You found Zill? All right. He's got Zill. Go for it. You're on.
On Zill, it's simple. So you can see here, for instance, we got a buy zone for Zill. Usually, so the way to read this is really simple. When people ask me coins, let's say they asked here, I start the buy zone on where they asked. Okay, so this was the buy zone. It hit, it didn't profit, and now here, so dump pump. Okay, just a full retracement from what he did here. It's all over sold territory. Look at this on the RSI. Now here, cup came to the 618, almost almost on the 618, as usual in this. Just do this. So right now it's really simple. If Bitcoin stays sideways or bullish, this is where you're going to try and get it. Okay. If Bitcoin actually just so this can stay correct, it's here. So okay. If Bitcoin goes bearish, you don't buy it. Okay. But if it stays sideways or bullish, you buy it once as soon as it comes to these layers. Okay, you buy it because it will then try and come here to 750. This should be resistance. Okay, we didn't hit the stop. We didn't do the stop on the second top. But it should be just a minor resistance, and the VPVR shows no volume whatsoever. And I was trying to get this on daily, so this is at 677. So on the 6 hours to see it, and wait for the VPVR to show. If it shows, kind of okay. Now we need it to update. Okay, still major volume being traded here. All of this is just gaps, so no major resistance will show up here. If it happens, just sell it at 650, 670s. But for me, the target is 750s, provided that Bitcoin stays bullish. Okay. For me, one of the alts I invest a lot is BNB. Okay, and it's simple. Binance is probably the most used exchange for alts. It has a lot of volume. It has way more users than it had during the bull run. It's preparing to have. It's preparing for a 1 trillion market cap by the end of the year. So it's a good exchange, and on BNB only tends to grow as Binance grows. So BNB is a good one. Okay, I was a major investor in Ethereum. It was my first buy-in in February last year, and now I don't have it too much, and I haven't been commending it. But other two coins, XRP isn't a bad coin to invest because the banks should cover that. Now a third one, I've been hearing a lot of good things about Raven coin. Good things as in, it seems like it's going to be a serious coin, okay? And it's at 300 satoshis, if I recall. Hasn't hit any major exchange. Bittrex is not a major exchange anymore. So Raven coin can be, kind of an hidden gem, okay?
OCN. It's for Chinese bicycles. People renting Chinese bicycles.
Well, you also have Walton Chain. In terms of the actual coin, I know the marketing is shit on Walton Chain, okay? But in terms of the actual coin, I mean, it's a good idea. It has won a lot of awards in China. Bitcoin is about to break either down or up, but oh no, never mind. It's 3 minutes, so never mind. We're just having a lot of dojis, but never mind. So yeah, Walton Chain might be a good one also, just because it's very oversold, but their marketing sucks. So, but yeah, check Ravencoin. I can't say much on Ravencoin, but I can say some stuff on Ravencoin. So basically, on our channel a few weeks ago, we started trying to get these ICO pre-sale deals. So basically, pre-sale allocations to before the ICO. And we got in contact with one guy whose job is just to travel and meet up with these ICOs and interview them and interview the CEO, and interview all of these people to make sure they're legit and then get allocation for us, okay? For us and probably for other groups. That guy told me that the guy running Ravencoin had a very good CEO position, like very well paid, completely profitable company, and he left it. Okay, left someone else in charge to pursue Ravencoin. So that's why, and that Ravencoin was going to have massive news. He told him, like he personally told him that Ravencoin was going to have a very good year. Okay, that's why I'm telling you Ravencoin. Now, if you want to use that and invest, that's with you. I have Ravencoin, but I'm not intending to sell. And to be honest, there's 164 people on stream, so you're not actually going to be doing me a favor by buying it. So just take a look into it, and then you'll see.
All right, what else you got?
What are you eating?
I'm eating dinner. Dude, it's 6 o'clock at night here. I haven't eaten all day. 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. Elastos. We've looked at that.
This is Elastic, so there's Elastic coin on Bittrex. I haven't been on Bittrex for. Oh, there's one though. Isn't this gonna have a fork soon? Because this was the last fork. I remember this because I was on this. This is. I think this is gonna have another fork, right?
No idea.
I think it will. At least on Coin Market Calendar, there's another fork coming for this in September.
Got it. Okay.
You also have there's one that's very risky and just actually Vam that told me. And for me, it's risky right now, okay, because of its history in the past weeks. But you have Scroll also. It's risky, but apparently it's gonna have news. So
Yeah, I have Scroll. Oh, Scroll went up today. Scroll's up 4%.
yeah, 4%. I'm not really. I'm looking more into 100% on Scroll, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's
What exchange? I forgot what exchange Raven's on. How is it doing? I have Raven coin. I have Raven coin.
Raven should be
Forgot what
should be at
exchange I
like
have it
300
on.
satoshis, 280 satoshis. That's why I'm kind of recommending it.
Yeah.
Look, I had for those that don't know, because apparently our audience doesn't overlap much, which is good. Means that we have both space to grow. Back in November, I called 8 at 330 satoshis. Walton Chain at $4 and $7 again, and all of this just pumped. I know there was a bull run, but we weren't getting the final 20% of the bull run. Okay, we were getting like the beginning of the bull run. Every good coin we got it. Okay, and okay, Raven is up 9% on Bittrex. It's not bad.
Nice. Yeah.
Now about coins that are getting, that you should look into. I have VET and I have Nulls currently. I'm waiting for them to pump a bit more. Okay, Nulls hasn't pumped much, and VET pumped only a bit. So I'm trying to see if they pump. Those are the two that I have on Binance, waiting for pump. Okay, but again, if I see Bitcoin coming down, I'll get out. There's no alt season. There's nothing that we're not in an alt season. Okay, what's happening is simple. Bitcoin went up, people gained trust in the market, they got some money on Bitcoin, they were riding Bitcoin up, they then go to They then go to they then go to the alts. Okay, alts pump, but this is all temporary. We've seen this about 6 times since the downtrend started. Okay, so this is not altcoin season. It's not. Okay. Okay, Raven, it's at 300 satoshis, and it's fine as soon as as long as it stays there between 280 to 320, it's fine. It's a long-term one. Okay. About ZCL, yes, I think it's going to have an art fork soon. Damn, I don't like this candle on the 3-minute on Bitcoin.
I am eating. I've totally eaten an Until 1 mil's
I don't
ear.
like
I
that.
have you guys on mute. I'm making him hungry right now. I'm gonna
This
start
is
to
so
make.
old, 6877. So it failed the second top here, failed to break,
Ooh, a
and we'll see
second
if
top.
it's just a trap.
Yep.
It's not really.
I haven't got back into another position yet.
It's gonna be exhausted. Yeah, this seems fake. Honestly, it's exhausted already. So this seems fake.
Wow,
We'll
did that
see.
drop all the way down?
We'll see in 12 minutes.
Okay. So I have not opened a position right now. Can I do ETH USDT? Yeah, sure. I got ETH all pulled up right here. And we'll switch back over to the chart. So here you go. Here's my ETH chart. So here ETH, I had this in a smaller wedge. It came broke out of this larger wedge. Broke out of the smaller wedge into the larger wedge. Here you go. This is what I've got. This is updated for ETH. You see it's banging around in this channel. Now this is a tougher one to trade right here. This is a little bit different than Litecoin. Here's my Litecoin chart right here. My Litecoin could be one of two things. It can be this kind of this ascending channel, and or it can be this rising channel, right? So you got this pennant, you got a pennant, or you got a rising channel here. And then on ETH, you have just this. You have this over here, and then let's pull that up. All right, so here you go. So this is, this is tough right here. This is it's kind of a bearish pennant, right? So you got a bearish pennant that's still playing out right here on ETH. So there it is. There's the bearish pennant. This is what this looks like. Now, if this does break up, you've got a couple different levels of resistance to go. This is really your main one you're looking for. Let's pull down. Let's pull down the 4-hour. It's on resistance right here. So literally, it's on resistance right here. Now the 4-hour. Let's go the 12-hour. There you go. Lots of resistance right there. Your 1 day, much higher. 2 day, way down there. Okay, now look at this. This is really interesting because you finally flip this to a green candle on the 2 day. So this finally flipped to a green one. You have not flipped to a green one on the on this 3 day right here. You've not flipped to a green one on the 3 day. You see resistance at 290. So let's bring this over here. All right, and I'm going to pull this back down to 6 hours. There you go. So you've got a massive amount of resistance right here above you, right? Just insane amount of resistance. Came up, tickled it, and then it's starting to fall back down. Now be careful here. If you guys FOMO'd into this trade, if you FOMO'd into ETH, look, ETH is clearly leading the way. If you stack ETH, right, we're going to stack ETH, and we're going to stack this next to, let me change this out. I'm going to change this over to, okay, what I think these are on, what are these on? Bitfinex, yeah, I just want to make sure. Finex, there's your Finex chart. Let's pull this the same thing, 6 hour. So take a look. This is what I'm talking about. Is look, here's your two 6 hour charts, right? Side by side. Right? Now this it started off, and let's this. Okay. So this started off. Look, this is falling much harder than BTC is, right? So it's falling much harder on BTC on your 6 hour chart, right? So there's your 6 hour. I'm watching until 1 mils. I should have pulled a short. Damn it! I should have pulled a short. Go ahead, until. Actually, I want to show them one more thing. Then you can. I'm gonna try to open a trade. Here's your here's kind of what you've got for over here with Litecoin. You've got this rising wedge right here. Here's your rising wedge that's moving up, and or you have a pennant. Let's go find our damn pennants. Pennant. Where are you, pennant? All right, and then there it is right here. You see it? It's really small. It's over here. Down, up one, down, up two, down. So there it is. Now this can rise a little bit. This can still rise up higher. So this can actually rise up here higher. So this does have room to go up to that next level. All right, and let's see here. Just want to. I know I have a pennant one. Where the hell's my pennant one? I don't know where my pennant one is. All right. All right, that's all I got. Okay. All right. All right, what do you got? Anything else? Are we done? I think we're good. So what's your call for the next 24 hours? Until.
For me, next 24 hours, I still think we need to go again. We should test sevens. Coming here to 6, 9, 60s and not test sevens just doesn't seem like something that we're going to do. So on the next 24 hours, I'll be waiting to put shorts above 7. And I will. Can you pass it on to my chart?
Yeah, yep. Sorry. There you go. Go for it.
There's one thing that's kind of bugging me. So as you can see here, so long, right on the plus, then short again, down, longs, long plus, went up, shorts, went down, short again, then long, short, long. So and then here this longs before the pump, and now this short is kind of bumming me out. So I was kind of expecting it, and you can see it was given on this candle. Okay, so we already came down a bit. But I still think we might be headed for this. We have increasing supports, as you can see here. So I still think we should be headed at least to this again. But coming into this part and not going here to liquidate all the people trapped in shorts, I'm sure you have someone on stream that entered a short at 6.5 or 6.6, and it's now trapped, waiting for this to come down. But the goal right now is to liquidate all those people on this area right here. So I think we should see this. The thing is, since this is just a bounce, if we keep on holding on too much on this level, on this 6.9, if you keep here too much time, it will eventually break down because of lack of the volume. Because everyone knows that this is just temporary. So I'm still waiting for a short squeeze, so another candle like this, and then down. So next 24 hours, that's what I'm expecting. Another squeeze, and then we start coming down. Okay, that's what I see. If we don't do that and we start coming down, I'll be placing my shorts, especially if we break a 50% retracement in here. So let's just do this like quickly. It doesn't need to be like completely on the spot, but if you break, I would say 6, 8, 35, I'll then just do a conditional short and as it goes down, if we don't come up here. Okay.
All right, and what do I think? I don't know what I think. Let me get over here. I'm gonna pull up the bubble charts 1 second.
Just for the guy asking nested shuckle, a next target below 5.8. No, I don't think when I say shorten and we're gonna go down, and just because I'm saying that we're gonna go to 5.1, I don't think it's gonna happen all at once. Okay. It's in waves. Okay, crypto. I still have my chart open, right? Crypto
Yep.
does this a lot. Let me just go arrow. So actually, let's just use this. Okay. So in crypto, you see this a lot. So this, right? Oh man, come on. This, then sideways, right? Then 50% retracement, then sideways, then pump. Okay, putting this sideways move at 50% retracement of this pump, right? And then sideways again, and then pump down, support on a previous resistance, and then so we see this a lot. And going down, we also see that. So I don't think we're going to go down in one candle, just down, 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 down. We might have like a $400 candle, but that's about it. I don't see us just going straight down. Now you can move now.
All right, I wanted to come over here and take a look at my bubble chart.
About RVN, you guys do not need to FOMO. I had this. Sorry, Vamp.
You're
I
good.
had a channel. I was doing TA for a channel back in December. It was 12,000 person channel. It's just signals, okay? All very profitable. I mean, everything like going insane in terms of signals. And people would always FOMO as soon as I posted a signal. And even though the buy zones were below the actual price, they will still FOMO in. So do not FOMO into anything. Okay, you have plenty of time to buy Raven coin. Actually, you're probably going to be able to buy it cheaper than what it is now. Okay, I would only buy Raven. Look. Remember that Raven was at 280 satoshis a few days ago, and that's the price point that you should be aiming at. Okay, not 320. Okay, it's a long term, but 40 satoshis makes a difference, especially if you're buying a lot of. So you don't need to FOMO. It's not my intention to pump the coin. I have the coin on CryptoBridge. I saved the credentials on some piece of paper, and I just took a screenshot or something. I just took a photo with my phone. It's not my intention to go and sell Raven coin in the near future. So you have plenty of time to buy it. Do not FOMO. Okay.
All right, good. Okay, let's take a look at my what we've got right here. Yeah, when real BT's blood comes. Yeah, just hold on. Okay, so let's take a look over here on my bubble chart. So my bubble chart, we are coming up into a pink zone. Okay, so we are coming up into a pink dump area where we've dumped a couple times. We've done it twice. Ooh, excuse me, back here in the past, there's one. And let's pull up another one. There's another one right there. So now what we're looking for, we're just looking to correlate this next dump area. And there's this. Right, so there you go. So I'll put these over here. Okay, let me get rid of all this so it's not confusing. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, so we're heading up into another dump point. Let's kind of see where those dump points are at. I'm going to get rid of this. And there we go. All right. All right, there's that. And looking for a correlation with the RSI. Now the RSI looks like it's got a little ways to go here. Yep. All right, so there you go. There's this. All right, I'll print this up. Okay, so we're in our next, we're coming up into a pink bubble. Okay, so we're coming up into a pink bubble zone here, and we're just gonna have to see kind of how this plays out. Yeah, this looks like it's got a little bit more room to go. And if you really zoom in tight, you got a little run. You can see bang, bang. All these have ran through, run through, run through, run through. And what has happened when we've run through? So every time we run through, I mean, there's a pretty good run with a big retrace. Really good run, really good run, really good run. So breaking out of this, I mean, you're on the last. This is it. You break this pink line right here, and this thing is off to the races. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. This thing is gonna pick up legs, and it's gonna just keep going. So you're literally on your last. Right, you're on your last, and this is a red. Actually, I would put this as a. Bring this over. Yeah, we'll just keep it right there. And this should be just a red. So that's a rejection line right there. So this is actually a red bubble, not a pink bubble. Because there's a rejection is clearly not a dump. Okay, so you got to go all the way back here to these two in the beginning of the year to see that if this gets stopped here and turned around. Okay, that's it. That's all you got. So I'm going to redo this. So yeah, bullish. Bubble charts are saying it's got a little more room to go here. Okay. Now, both times, look right here, both times this kind of gave a little, if you zoom in right here, both times this gave a little bit of a fakie, right? Little fakie, then up, little fakie, then up. So you could see a little, you might see a little fakie right here before, if it does decide to tap this and then reject, you'd be looking for this to give a little bit of a fakie, then up. But this still says, you know, look, that's a pretty good little fakie right there. You got a couple little fakies. You got 1, 2 little fakies right there. You could still see a little fakie here before this thing goes up, but this says we got a little more ways to go. So, all right. That's it. That's all I got. You know, I don't really have anything else. I just have, I have like this. This does look like it's got, now this could just retrace a little bit, then give one more push up, and that's what I'd be looking for. Maybe a little bit of a retracement, followed by one more push back up. What are your thoughts, Until?
Yeah, for me, I mean, Andy is saying that this basically confirms a 7.2 to 7.5 call, and if we do go there, I mean, it's going to be a perfect wedge, perfect rising wedge, and on the bubble charts, I mean, that line will go a bit more up, so the RSI is going to be a bit more up, and then we'll come down for sure. I don't see this going any 7.5 will surprise me. I'll be like, okay, 7.5. It's a refreshing surprise. I'm aiming for 7.4, but more than that, it's just gonna blow my mind. On something that Tariq said, Tariq, I think that's why Phil had a meltdown during the bear market, right? I mean, it's tough to trade a bear market when you don't really, you don't have the skills to back it up. Oh my God, hi man. When you say there's more room to go, how far up are we talking? For me, 7.2 to 7.4 is a short area. Like definitely a short area. And if you didn't short, let's say you were sleeping, okay, and you didn't short there, and you wake up, it's at 7.5, put a short in. Right, even if it's just 10 times leverage. Now, by the way, on BitMEX, we have some minutes, right, Pam? Because a lot of people just overexpose themselves on BitMEX and trading with leverage. If you're on BitMEX, so this is mainly for trades on BitMEX, is there is cross leverage and 100 times in there. I always trade at cross, and I advertise that a lot. That doesn't mean that you should play at cross. You guys should play at 10 times max, 5 times. And to play at cross, you can play if you want, but by playing at cross, you should only be playing with 10% maximum of your BitMEX wallet. Okay, like 10%. Because it's so risky. I've seen people that got their entire account liquidated by going at cross and then going to sleep and waking up with a 12 Bitcoin account liquidated. Okay, so do not let that happen to you. The second advice that I can give you is take profit when you have it. I usually take profits. I've been in this market. I've been taking profits. So if I'm at 25% profit, I usually take out like 25% of the initial stack. I just sell it or just buy it. Depends if I'm in a long or in a short. Then I do the same 25% of my stack. So the second 25% at 50% profit, and then the rest I'll put a stop, and I'll just trail that stop for the rest of the profit to leave and to take profit. A good example of someone that didn't take profit I can also give you. Back in the beginning of December, a guy I know, and probably some people here that are watching the stream now, bought Ray blocks at the time. It's Nano right now. At the time it was Ray blocks. He bought it at cents. Okay. He invested about 26K into it, and by the end of December, he had 900K. Okay. And I told him to sell a bit, even if it's just a bit, like sell a third of it, take some profit. Especially then Bitcoin started coming down, all started coming down, and he never sold. Okay. His I don't know, Nano is about $2 right now, so that 900K is now worth 44K. Okay, I've never seen him again. So he didn't take profit all the way down. He didn't take profit. So there are some times where you need to stop being greedy and just take profits. And on BitMEX, it's very easy to be in a profitable and a green position, and then all of a sudden you're in the red or you're in break even, and then something happens, which is so you are in, let's say, 20% profit. It comes down, you're in break even, and you'll be like, no, I'm not going to sell. I'm going to wait for it to go up again, and then it doesn't go up; it comes down. So you're in the red, and you just pass from making money to losing money just because you were too greedy to take profit. So always take profit, even if it's just a percentage of the stack that you're trading. Take profit always. Okay, you'll make money not by going on a huge bump from 50 satoshis to 5,000 satoshis. You'll make money by consistently doing profit every day. Okay, that's what I tell people. For instance, when I have one-on-ones, that's what I tell them. Okay, I usually tell them, just trade with $1 and let me see your trading history. I just trade with $1 in the next 3 days so I can see your trading history and see what mistakes you're making. And then after I see those mistakes with them and analyze those mistakes, my main advice is to trade with 10% at cross with 10% of your wallet. Okay, use an extra 5% if you need to average your position and if you're absolutely sure it's going to go your way, and then take profit and take profits whenever you can. Like I said in the beginning, 0.01 a day even 0.005 a day at the end of the year, it's a lot of money. It's usually more money than people make in a year in a lot of countries.
Yep. I
So
agree.
yeah, that's I think that's all in terms of advice. I'll probably remember something more in another session we may do, but that's the main of it.
Okay, I'm just popping out charts left and right here. All right, I got one more chart. So I kind of updated this chart. Where is my main chart? Gonna get rid of XRP, ATC. Not changing anything. Here's your Ethan shorts chart, LTC chart. Okay. All right. Okay, I just want to bring up this chart one more time. I want to take a look at one thing for everybody. So the top of this, so I just want to see how this correlated across here. Okay. Man, there's a lot of resistance right here. A lot of historical resistance right here. So you see coming all the way across here, body, bunch of wicks and bodies in there, a wick.
You see that support and that resistance right in the middle of your screen. So on the left shoulder below,
Yep.
yeah, that support, and now that resistance
Yeah.
below the right shoulder. So if you go there,
Yeah, right there.
just no to the left,
This one?
no left. So on the middle head and shoulders
Yep.
that you have on the first one, below the right
Oh,
shoulder, you have a
oh,
resistance.
this one right here. Oh, got it. Yeah, this one right here. This one right here or this one up here?
Right,
This is the
go.
first one, left shoulder.
It's at the 7.4 level. I'm hearing your Discord before seeing the video, so it's kind of
Got it. Okay. All right.
so
Okay.
okay. So look, where you have that red horizontal line, okay.
That's
Let
the
me
price
see.
action.
Wait, I need to. Yeah, that's fine. But where you have it, you have a
Yeah.
support there.
Yeah.
Okay, on the
Oh,
left,
got it. Okay. Oh, I
and
see it right
then
there.
on the
Got it right
right you
there.
have a resistance. So
Got it.
that
Yeah.
resistance is at 7.6. That support, it starts at 7.4. That's going to be a block over there. At 7.3, 7.6 is going to be a block. And it's going to act like a block. People will just enter shorts in there. Smart people will enter shorts there. The dumb people will long there. But yeah, it aligns perfectly with that arrow. You're breaking down now, 6.870s.
Yeah.
This should bring every USD value on all stuff. But as long as it doesn't break much from here, it's fine. It's just a trap. So I'll only start saying, okay, we might be really going down after we break 6.870. 67, sorry.
Got it. Yep.
Um, Okay,
Support.
now some volume on the cells. 1 million walls, not that much. Buy showing up to support it. Major support at 6870. So yeah, they're trying to stay above that fib. 3 million just showed up, 6870. Trying to hold on to support.
Trying to hold that support. So there's that support right there. It is perfect. All right. There's the next
Yeah.
support down is right here. All right.
Okay, sitting right on a fib right now. Plenty of support showing up. Liquidation. Like I just got liquidated. By a lot of money. Ooh, some dude just sold 400k. Okay, there it is, more support. Seems like a trap, especially because we're exhausted on the RSI short term. So it does seem like a trap. However, the Beast Plus caught this short like perfectly. Talking about right now at 56%. So not bad at all in 1 hour. We have 2 candles to engulf this last one on the 3 minute. So the
Boy,
next
this
6
thing just
minutes
does not like
we
to
need
turn
to
around.
close above 6892. So yeah, that's fine. I think that's all in terms of
Yeah.
we can add. So remember, retracement's done in 50%. If you go sideways, just a part. And, continue our move up. Let me see when this happens. Oh, we have another one here. Transfer one is too quick.
This thing does not like to fall out on sixes though on the daily. That's the only difference, but not even a tweezer top. Definitely not a tweezer top. Not really a tweezer top on there.
Damn, we can't.
Just can't break
Not.
through. It just does
No.
not want to break through.
The daily does look good though. As long as we don't break, as long as we don't go below 6-7, we don't close the day below 6-7, we'll be fine. So it needs to engulf. So, but right now, I mean, short term, like really short term, it looks with a lot of strength to come down. A lot. There's going to be a point where support just quits and it will leave it, let it come down to then grab it up again at 6-7s.
I open up a short, so a
Should
while ago.
happen really, really soon.
Come on, break the support. Go for it.
7 million in the cells? Where? Which price?
I got it at 68.84.
Nice. Nice one.
Yeah, we'll see. See if this thing breaks. And I think there's the supports. It's got a bunch of support below it, so see if this thing breaks. But this
It's
does
a
not.
wall, so if the wall
Yeah.
just vanishes, the next wall is at 6.8, 6.5, and then another one at 6.860. And 1 million isn't that much. 1 million is not. Thank you, Rupee. Rupee. Man, am I the only one not seeing the cell walls? Jesus. go.
Yeah, this thing's still gotta go up. All right. All right, everybody. I think we're done. ETH is taking down. Let's take a look at it. Oh, whoa, Jesus. Look at ETH.
Yeah. Oh, that's normal. BTC is coming down. He's first thing to do.
There goes ETH.
Same for those coins. Look at BNB, for instance. Dude just dumped it all.
Just still holding ETH. This Bitcoin's still holding. The bear market is cleaning Twitter. Yeah, I think it's good for us. Thank you all so much. Bouncing off support right here. So we got perfect support.
We need engulfments for the
Yeah.
support to actually. So unless you see an engulfment, don't really believe it much. But we're exhausted, so I'm not really trusting this dump too much.
Yeah, I'm gonna set my.
Binance spots are after. See, we're having an engulfment now. Check the 3-minute. Binance spots are looking for stop hunts right now.
Okay, there we go. All right, and Bubba, how you doing, buddy? Parvis wants to know if you see it going to 2,800 eventually, 3,000.
Wait. Yeah, that. Okay. Minimize. Love that. Minimize this. I feel like longing here. Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad thing because little bear flag on a 3-minute apparently, but it's we're exhausted in really short term, so I'm not really believing this. I'm not really believing this this pattern. We can actually wedge now, which is even better. If we wedge, okay, it will give us sort of a cushion to just consolidate again at 6/8, low 6/8, and then up. So it's fine. Hi, Booba. Yeah, I don't like Binance for me. Tricoms. It's funny that Tricoma guys asked me. I was approached to put the beast in there. So kind of curious how that will turn out. That and Hasbot. Also, there was an approach to put the beast in there. Bitcoin to 3K? I don't, man. I don't. Okay, it will surprise me a lot, and that'll that will mean that we're gonna have sort of one more year. I wouldn't say one more year, but yeah, let's say close to a year of bear market on that. If you go to 3K, I'm really not keen to see that. Okay. Okay. Okay.
All right, I think we're good,
So,
everybody. Thank you so
yeah.
much. Really enjoyed everybody. Really enjoyed you being here today. Until, thank you so much, man.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, it's like five
Thank you,
o'clock
guys.
in the morning for Until right now. So
It's 4 o'clock. It's
4
fine.
o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock in the
It's a
morning.
cool time to trade.
Yeah, yeah, I love trading. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Really appreciate y'all being here. I did record this session, so I will be posting this for. Hold on a second. Hold on. I got one more. What is that? That's all right. So, the shill. Let the shill begin, right? So, don't forget to come on over and check us out at Until1mil.com. We got all kinds of packages. Like I said, we have an open bar on pretty much this week only on the bear package. So, if you guys come in, any top share alcohol that you want, it is completely complimentary. You just got to come out to the bar. We will be serving drinks 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's no time we have to stop. It's at Until's house in Portugal, right there on the beach. You get your FYI. Everybody that comes, you get your own seagull. So every single person that signs up right now, we assign you your own seagull. It's your job to feed that seagull. You can take the seagull home, do whatever you want with it. We do call them sea chickens. Okay, those are our sea chickens. They'll pretty much eat anything, do anything, and they are not trainable. Okay.
Now that I
So
think of it, man, you should actually be offering like a ticket or something for Vegas in case people are in Vegas with a subscription. I think that will be a good thing for you to do.
That's true. That's true.
Like
So
a free drink.
one day I'm going to have to do a crypto meetup in Vegas. So I'll have to do a just a crypto meetup in Vegas. I'll probably do it soon. I'll set some kind of a date, and we'll just do a big meet and greet thing in Vegas. Set it up, do a big dinner or something like that. Just to, sit down, meet with a whole bunch of people. So we do have a bunch of amazing packages. Come on over and join us. You get all kinds of great stuff. Like I posted an amazing training video today that did help you guys. Would have helped all of our members trade right out of the spot. If you guys would have watched the spot, it would have been absolutely amazing. We have Chone in here with amazing videos. We have the bull, we have the bear, we have all kinds of great stuff. And don't forget, most importantly of all, we have a free buffet. That's now we don't run the buffet 24 hours a day, but it's pretty darn close. But the open bar is all day long, and you get all of this for the extremely low price that we have listed here, right? It's like a fraction of a fraction of a fraction, right? It's like one night in Vegas. This is nothing. Think of how much money you guys would blow. Yeah, I know. I want to do the crypto conference in Thailand. That would be my first choice. Trust me, that would be my first choice to do the crypto conference in Thailand. We will do a crypto conference. We are going to pencil it for sometime next year and just give people more time to get ready for everything. But man, we are so excited. So much good content. So many great people on our channel. Come on, join us at Discord. Come on over, join our Discord group. You go to the until1mil.com, click on the Discord. It'll give you the link. There's the link right there, you guys. Look, we have 4,100 members. We are posting so much amazing content all the damn time, right? So much good stuff. So many wins. Listen, you can't win them all, but as long as you win most of them, that's what counts, right? As long as you win most of them. We've been winning a lot over here, and that's kind of what it comes down today. I did have that great video today. We did have some wins from that video. I personally had a win from that video, so that was good. I feel good. I feel like this is, it is where it is. My last thing is, if anybody knows how to print 50 million Tether and shoot it my way, I would be willing to share a large sum of that 50 million with you. So just let me know, okay? And we'll figure something out. It's free money anyways. You don't tell anybody. I won't tell anybody. It'll be all good. Until, anything to say, buddy?
No, man, I think you've said it all. Thank you for having me. I mean, I wasn't expecting all of this people in here just asking questions, so it was actually cool. And yeah, I'll repeat this. We should do this again.
All right. Thank you all so much. And we are out.